The day my brother, Dominic, arrived at the orphanage to claim me, my boyfriend, Ethan, coldly spat a warning: "If you acknowledge them, we're over." I knew his pride ran deep, his inability to accept class disparities profound. For him, I bravely abandoned the family reunion just within reach. For decades thereafter, I toiled relentlessly, saving every penny to propel him to success. Before I reached 50, I lay dying in a hospital bed, ravaged by years of overwork. On the television, Ethan, freshly crowned with the highest research award, tearfully thanked another woman. For years, I felt unworthy, as if I could never measure up to Ms. Felicity Sterling. Today, with this award, I can finally begin to articulate a love decades overdue. The Miss Felicity Sterling he spoke of was the fake heiress, swapped with me at birth. The camera zoomed out, showing a perfectly preserved Felicity Sterling blushingly accepting the trophy. Though I've waited decades for you, matters of marriage still need my brother's blessing. Of course Dominic, now the head of the Sterling family, watched her, his eyes brimming with a doting affection mixed with a hidden current of emotion. Handing me over to our uncle's family was always to protect Felicity. My life's mission is to ensure the Sterling family's sole princess remains happy. It was then, on my deathbed, that a horrifying truth slammed into me. My seemingly selfless choice, the one I thought I'd never regret, had been a calculated trap, orchestrated by two men to protect Felicity. Consumed by rage and despair, I died, my eyes wide open. When I next awoke, I was back. Back to the day Dominic came to claim me. I swept past the two men frowning at me, their gazes a mixture of disdain and impatience, and resolutely slid into the car. Take me home. In this life, I swore, I would force every single person who stood in the wrong place to crawl back to the rotten mire where they belonged. Elara, I'm telling you, if you let your vanity get the best of you and go back to being a rich girl, we're done. Save me from everyone saying I'm after your money, Miss Heiress. Ethan, may be poor, but I have my dignity. Just like in my previous life, Ethan, whose arm I had desperately clung to for advice, violently shook me off. The dull thud as my elbow hit the wall sent a jolt of pain, making me realize I was reborn. Reborn on the day Dominic came to claim me. Dominic, with his aristocratic bearing, frowned at his watch, his face a mask of indifference and impatience. If you're not accepting, don't waste my time. It's been so many years, anyway. My parents aren't really that bothered. He was clearly rushing through this formality, eager to return to Felicity. In my past life, he had deliberately used that haughty, dismissive tone, leaving me, a 22-year-old orphan, feeling not an ounce of familial warmth, only apprehension. Coupled with Ethan's threat to break up, I had rejected my birth family without even meeting my true parents. Now, listening to Ethan's impatient complaints beside me, Elara, can you make up your own mind for once? Don't ask me about everything. I spoke, my voice firm and clear: I accept. 2 words, short and powerful, left both men stunned. Dominic frowned, as if he couldn't believe his ears. You, what did you say? This 22-year-old body now housed a 50-year-old soul, hardened by life's trials. In my eyes, they were merely callow youths. I met Dominic's gaze. Didn't the family send you to pick me up? Let's go. Don't keep my parents waiting. It was only on my deathbed in my previous life that I learned Dominic wasn't my biological brother. He was merely an adopted son, brought in by my parents from a distant relative's family to accompany and protect their only daughter, Felicity. Yet, he, an adopted son, had put on such airs in front of me, their true daughter. As I moved to get into the car, Dominic, still far from the cunning old fox he would become, instinctively glanced at Ethan, his eyes filled with silent reproach for Ethan's failure. They had indeed known each other all along. These two seemingly unrelated men had conspired to ruin my entire life for the sake of a fake heiress. The next second, Ethan violently grabbed my arm. Elara, are you crazy? Stepping your muddy shoes into $1 million luxury car? If you